What's up, guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. As most of you know, we've been talking about the planets all sharing the same side of the sun. They have been now for a few weeks, and they will be for the next probably 10 days. So the sky scales are definitely tilted. Whenever the planets get like this, and it's not very often, I've researched this back 150 years, as far back as data would take me, and strange things occur on the Earth during these times. Usually earthquakes, maybe earthquakes in rogue places, volcanic eruptions, big storms. We're seeing big storms, repetitive big storms here in the central United States. We saw the first one on the day of the eclipse that sent a massive dust storm, as we can see over here at zoom.earth. And I'll go back to the 14th right here. Here's the dust storm that went through northern Texas, Oklahoma, up into Kansas, spanning 400 miles. And we thought this one was big. Well, there's been another one that just occurred within the last 24 hours. This one spanning over 1,200 miles, originating in the same general location, starting off primarily in New Mexico, parts of Colorado, spanning through Texas, Oklahoma. This one here gives an entirely new meaning to big. This is the satellite presentation this morning. You can see the wall of dust spanning from northeastern Mexico all the way up north of Chicago. That would be over 1,200 miles. Are you serious right now? And the dust is still rolling through the eastern United States. I've received video footage from multiple people that were right in the middle of this massive dust storm. In fact, we're going to take a look at it right now. It did it again. It did it on the 14th, again on the 18th. There's something big going on that's got things really stirred up. So here we go. Here's the video footage that I received from multiple people caught right in the middle of this dust storm. Araceli out of El Paso, Texas. She was driving in the storm and visibility went down to near zero at times. This video was taken yesterday at 5:02 p.m. This video has narration. Here we go.
This is El Paso, Texas. I'm approaching the University of Texas at El Paso, and literally you can't even see it. On this side, it's on that side is Mexico, Juarez, Mexico, and you cannot see it. But look at the ground. There isn't a piece of sand or paper. There's nothing blowing around. All it is this red looking dirt again. And we've had it for about 2 weeks now. All right, now we're approaching downtown El Paso. You cannot see the skyscrapers. It's so thick that you can't see the skyscrapers. You can see it now a little bit better. Barely see the traffic. Look at the trees. The trees aren't even moving. It's not even windy enough for the trees to sway. Look at the tree. It barely sways. I'll find and pause. Not enough to cause this orange dust. It says wind advisory, but there isn't much wind. It's 5:02 p.m. You can't see anything ahead.
At times, you would have thought this video was taken from the surface of Mars. Are you serious right now? That video was out of West Texas in the El Paso area. Once again, that dust is still moving across the central United States, the vast majority of it in Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee right now, and still moving towards the east. Here's another video by Nathan out of New Mexico. He's been involved in 2 of these dust storms in the last 96 hours. Unbelievable. I wanted to show you guys this satellite presentation again because I just received a video out of southern Missouri, Branson, Missouri. Thomas witnessed this wall of dust move through Branson, Missouri, and he was quite shocked as they're not used to seeing dust storms in southern Missouri. Here's the video sent in by Thomas.
That's Branson over there. That ain't fog. That's dust.
And this is the next day. The 2 previous videos were from the 18th. This is the next day on the 19th. The dust still traveling through the air, hundreds of miles away from where it originated from.
It's a huge dust bowl in Missouri. We usually have like 80% humidity. It's not. You can see this kind of dust. It's covering everything. Go back inside.
And you heard what Thomas said. He said it's a huge dust bowl. He said they're used to 80% humidity, not giant dust plumes moving through the area. This is an unprecedented event. I don't think I've ever seen a dust storm span from Mexico all the way up to the Great Lakes. That's exactly what this one has done. And in fact, the dust is still moving across the United States right now as I do this video. Unbelievable. There's definitely something big going on. There was another storm last night, a different kind of a storm, a geomagnetic storm. We're in the middle of a solar flare right now, a small M-class solar flare, but we have seen some geomagnetic storm activity here in the last 24 hours. Here's some photos out of Canada sent in by Karina Watson from last night. Beautiful skies as the solar wind was interacting with the Earth's atmosphere, creating the green and reddish skies. Super cool photos, once again, sent in by Karina. And these giant storms that are appearing in the Central Plains are really wreaking havoc on things, even the power grid. Look at the power outages right now. 133,000 customers off the grid in Nebraska, 24,000 in Kansas, 32,000 in Iowa, 14,000 in Missouri, 30,000 in Arkansas, 4,000 in Oklahoma, 16,000 in Texas. And then you can see some other states that aren't highlighted in yellow or orange, but nevertheless, there's 4,000, 2,000, 8,000 widespread power outages occupying 20 states, just over 299,000 customers off the grid, once again from these massive reoccurring storms that are making their way across the Central Plains. They're also stirring up wildfires. There's a new wildfire in the northern Texas Panhandle. I had a photo sent in by Christopher, and you can see the wildfire as it was just getting started last night following the massive windstorm. This is out of Borger, Texas, and you can see the winds pushing the smoke to the right. I would assume that's to the east, and that just appeared on the wildfire map over here. Wildfire started less than 24 hours ago at the time this was updated. Reported acres, 500. And I have a freaky flashing light phenomena to share with you guys. I received video footage out of the Philippines, and then, of course, I've updated the map here in the United States with just a few. We're now up to 331 on the map here in the United States. And again, I've received well over 700. I think I'm approaching 750 different locations now that have been shared with me from all around the world. We're going to start off in the Philippines. This is my first video from the Philippines. I received one from Singapore, now the Philippines. This video was sent in by Bradley R. from March 11th of 2025 at 3:39 a.m. This is a solar light. I saw our solar light flashing like that too. Very briefly, early one morning at around 5:20, 5:30, it was still dark outside. That was in the middle of the night at 3:39 in the morning. Video number 2 out of Boise, Idaho. GGF sent in this video from the parking lot of a large hotel in Boise. This video has narration from just last night, March 18th of 2025.
Mr. MBB333, I am in Boise, seeing lots of flashing lights. And they are going like mad. So I'm going to move around and show you. There's one. This is at a hotel. Look at that. All over the place. So I'm just going to walk around.
I just want to add something real quick. This is so far from normal. Have you ever pulled into the parking lot of a hotel at night and noticed the parking lights in the parking lot flashing and blinking uncontrollably? These lights, in my humble opinion, are trying to tell us something. They're telling a story, and it's up to us to figure out what they're trying to tell us.
My last video was in Meridian about a month ago, and now right here in Boise. And this is so many. There. 1, 2. Oh, and I think it's at the front of the hotel too. Let me look. Seems like it was, but maybe not. Okay, see that? There. And we'll go over here. The other direction. That is it.
Great report by Gigi out of Boise, Idaho. Multiple flashing lights. This video here was sent in by Jeff, also from March 18th. Guys, this doesn't seem to be slowing down. I've received 13 videos just today from various locations of the flashing lights. It's not slowing down. This video here is out of Saline, Michigan, sent in by Jeff, once again from last night. This video here was almost 45 seconds long. I don't know how long the light continued to malfunction, but I shortened it up just for presentation purposes. Video number 4 right out here in Arizona, Scottsdale, Arizona. Alex from the night of March 17th of 2025 as he was driving down the road when he noticed a car's taillights malfunctioning. Video by Alex. It has narration. Here we go.
Mr. MBB333, we got this Mustang and the lights are just going off. It's not like they're braking, they're not on cruise control, and every so often their brake lights are just going off. This is Alex out of Scottsdale, Arizona.
And I agree. I don't think the person driving that car was sitting there tapping the brakes like that. It does look like to me they were malfunctioning, flashing like a lot of the other lights that we've been seeing all around the world. But then again, the person could have been tapping the brakes very, very quickly like that for no reason as they're driving down the highways. So I agree with Alex. I do think that those were malfunctioning tail lights. Coming over here to the homepage of the website, today's feature photos were sent in by Karina. Incredible photos of the auroras last night out of Canada. Quick look at the GOES X-ray flux over here at the Space Weather Prediction Center. We're in the middle of an M-class solar flare right now as I do this video. You can see there's been some minor geomagnetic storm activity in the last 24 hours. Looking at the Planetary K index, looking at the Schumann resonance, been very active the last 7 days. Hopping over to the Yellowstone supervolcano caldera, looking at the seismographs that monitor the mighty supervolcano. Looking at the seismograph up here at Hebgen Lake, you can see there's been some earthquake activity in the last 2.5 hours. That red vertical line represents earthquake activity. Hebgen Lake is the location of the largest earthquake ever recorded at Yellowstone. A 7.2 magnitude earthquake occurred back in 1959, right up there in that location. Everywhere else looks pretty normal. Looking at the power outage situation, nothing normal about this. Once again, over 200, actually just over 299,000 customers off the grid right now as I do this video. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says, have a large video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.